my last question that I always ask is, this audience that we're speaking with today is a lot of innovation leaders, but also folks who are aspiring to become a vice president of innovation someday. And I was on
Watch
your
out what you
LinkedIn.
wish for, eh?
I was
Watch
on
out
your
what you
LinkedIn.
wish for.
I was on your LinkedIn. You have a lot of quotes and some inspiring words on your profile. One of them I really liked is a gift and not a given. I thought that was really, really inspirational. What
Yeah.
advice would you have to those up and coming leaders today?
Yeah, having already said repeatedly or multiple times that innovation is a mindset, the starting point is my personal motto in life, which I think is very relevant also in the context if you inspire or aspire to be an innovation leader, is in life there are problems, challenges, and opportunities. But if you think about it, that's actually 3 times the same thing, only the mindset is different. If you can take that as a starting point, that's good. And then in terms of, okay, how do you get the machine of innovation going? A couple of, again, quotes, but they're basically condensed pieces of advice. No guts, no glory, right? That we even made a T-shirt, Port of Antwerp-Bruges Innovation Team, and on the back, no guts, no glory, okay? If you want to stay on the safe side, don't inspire to be an innovation leader, okay? There's another one linked to that. It's certainly if you're dealing with permits you have to obtain from governments, it's ask forgiveness, not permission, right? If you ask everyone who is involved as a stakeholder, can we do that? I can tell you 100% sure, guaranteed, the answer will always be no. But if you prove that it can work in a safe environment, in a responsible way, and not of course not out of legal boundaries, and then you say, listen, it works, and we want to use it, and everybody is enthusiastic. So can you please help us out to make sure we can use it with a legal framework? That makes a difference. And of course, in the challenging innovations, it sometimes looks daunting on how are we going to get there and all these things and roadblocks and whatever. Well, never forget the other final one-liner. How do you eat an elephant? One burger at a time, right? So cut it up into parts. You say, okay, what I mean by that is if you're here and you want to go there, make yourself sort of a timeline with intermediate steps. Okay, where do we want to be, when, and why, and who do we need for that? And start calculating back from your goal and saying, okay, who do we need in order to get to where we want to go? Okay, you have to be very clear on where you want to go and why, and then start cutting it into pieces. And then that makes it easier to digest, because trying to eat an elephant in once, that doesn't work. Ends up in hospital or something like that, or indigestion. So those are a couple of things. Okay, not very scientific, not very governance-wise, but they work. And we have 9 first of a kind in a port environment on the planet to prove that it works. So don't overshoot in governance and processes and governance boards and what is an innovation project. Less is more. Less is more. Simple things. First principles, Occam's razor. Simple or complex, simple is better. Poof, there you go, right? And you have to surround yourself with people who are what I describe warriors. People who see a goal and opportunity and they go, right? And you go left, they go right, you see each other on the other side of the road, fine, there you go. And not, yeah, but this and that and so on, and yes, but here, and yes, but there. Those people you don't need. Focus on the 20% who are really the guys you say, boys and girls, come on, guys, let's go, and others will follow. Others will follow once they see that this makes sense, once they see that this is something that can happen. To that point, when I joined, I was 10 months after the CEO had joined. He had already started a project or an initiative that was described, and the funny thing is almost the same in Dutch as in English, Delta, and it meant dare to experiment, learn, and trigger others. That was a clear statement, like, ladies and gentlemen, dear employees, dear colleagues, do something, and if it fails, we won't kill you. but it's more important you do something than just assessing what the risks are, because that's not how we're gonna become the successful company of the future. That was a real clear statement, and okay, I used that to get going. Did I have a plan? No. Did I have a strategy? No. Did I know that I was going to end up with 14,000 drones and remote piloted barges and what have you? No. But because you create that dynamic that gradually things become clearer and things become more tangible, and they can align it with strategic goals and corporate risks, and trends become clearer in what you can do with it. It's something that has to grow. If you want to harvest, you have to plant first. First, put a seed in the ground, treat it well, and then you get a nice crop. You don't get a crop out of nowhere. That doesn't exist, right? So, and yeah, that's the difficult part, and there's no magic sauce. But everything I explained, if you think about it and apply it to your own context, which is, by the way, very important. Our context is not the context of another company. If you're in pharmaceuticals, you probably need to do something else, but okay. But it is a mindset. I've talked repeatedly to companies who are 100 times bigger than me, 100 times more money, 100 times more smart people. And some of them, at the end of what I've said, they said, whoa, that's cool. That is not possible in our company. Okay, why? Because you have more money, more people, more intelligence than me. So it's a mindset, it's the willingness and so on. It's having that fertile ground, that statement, that mission, that C-level support. That's important. That's where it starts. Because having big plans and everybody understanding, but the moment we stick our neck out of the window, it's gone. Okay, then nobody moves. It's as simple as that. And it's very obvious, but you see a lot of companies struggling with that, where they say X and they act Y. Voila. That's it, more or less.
So I have surrounded myself this morning with a warrior. So I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate your time, your thoughtfulness with the conversation, and it's been an incredible experience. So thank you very much, and thank you for your partnership with Lux. We so appreciate you as a client. Have a great rest of the day.
You too, Marissa. Stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.